Hi Anjaya, welcome to your peer interview section. I will be evaluating your readiness for the HDE role at Amazon. Let's begin the short introduction about you.
Hi everyone, my name is Anjaya, a final year computer science student. I am passionate about designing scalable systems and solving complex problems. My interests include full stack development, cloud native services, and high performance backend architecture. I have contributed to several impactful projects and internships, and I am excited about opportunity to contribute to Amazon's cutting edge tech landscape.
How do you design a system like Amazon Prime Video to support the global users and content delivery?
I would use a Microsoft microservices architecture to separate a video streaming, user management, recommendation, and billing systems for global content delivery. I would leverage AWS CloudFront as a CDN to catch content closer to the users.
How do you ensure your systems like Amazon's product search remains available during the peak events like Prime Day?
High availability during peak events is critical. I would use auto scaling groups in AWS EC2 with services deployed in multiple availability zones. Caching would be done via Amazon Elastic Cache, Redis for faster query results. For backend search processing, I would use Amazon Open Search services with real-time indexing support. Load balancer would route traffic evenly, and I would introduce a queue-based buffer like SQS to handle traffic spikes gracefully.
If you joined a team at Amazon working on Alexa skills, how would you begin contributing effectively?
I would start by reviewing the exciting skill architecture and documentation to understand how voice intents map to backend services, setting up the development environment and replicating a skill locally would help me grasp the development cycle.
Amazon handles huge traffic during the events. What's your approach to scalability in such scenarios? Horizontal or vertical scaling?
I would choose horizontal scaling because it aligns with Amazon's service oriented architecture. It is easier to scale out stateless microservices across its EC2 instances or Fargate containers. Horizontal scaling supports failover and the redundancy, which is key in high traffic situations. Vertical scaling is limited by hardware and introduces a single point of failure. AWS auto scaling policies and Kubernetes horizontal pod auto scalars would dynamically adjust capacity based on load.
Tell me about the time when a project feature implemented didn't work as intended. How do you handle it?
During an internship, I integrated AWS Lambda for serverless functions that occasionally timed out. After debugging, I discovered inefficient recursive logic and an oversized payload from an upstream service. I optimized the logic, added the retry policies using AWS step functions, and used CloudWatch logs for monitoring. This experience taught me the value of graceful degradations, modular testing, and understanding services limits in cloud environments.
Amazon encourages ownership and innovation. How do you manage learning while juggling the multiple features like deadliness?
I prioritize tasks using the Moscow method, multi have, should have, etc., and use tools like Notion to track progress. I schedule learning sessions like AWS deep dives or internal tech talks into my weekly routine for overlapping priorities. I break tasks into small subtasks and batch similar work together. I always believe in writing things down, tech specs, sprint plans, blockers, so I stay organized and ensure async communication remains effective.
The peer interview session offered a valuable opportunity to stimulate the real interview scenarios. Thank you.
Really impressive clarity in your responses. Your approach to onboarding into large system felt practical and well thought out.
Your communication was very effective and your answers followed logically. To take it to notch, incorporating comparisons between different tech stacks would be appreciated.
You presented a clear understanding of scaling principles. The preference for horizontal scaling was well justified. Adding a real world challenge you faced with the scaling could have add more depth.